Calling me. Hey, this is Mr. Gretzky 9966. Just doing a video on a Facebook purchase. I had purchased some Archies a while back and did not open them up, and just found them in the room while going through some stuff. So here you go. I know Comics with Bueller. I had mentioned to him I'd be doing a few of these. I know his daughter collects some Archies, so he'd probably get a kick out of looking at some of these that she probably doesn't have or whatever. And other people that are into just looking at this kind of stuff. So here we start out with, most of this lot is Bronze Age into modern, into copper modern. The guy said that most of it is 70s into like the early 90s, somewhere around there. Like we all know, the copper age, what they call the copper age, went from 86 to, I think, right after Crisis on Infinite Earth ended. It went from like right around that time period of 86, late 86 to 90, end of 92, about 6 years and whatever, and went into Image's 25 years of 93 to 2018 has been the modern era. But I think what I really consider modern era being over now, and we're into the digital age of comics where you can actually just read comics for free online. And that since 2000, I've been really an advocate since probably 2000, right around the time, I guess, not Rebirth, but the time the 52 ended. I would say would be the era of the 52 probably is right around 2012 to now. The last 6 years, we've been in that digital type age of comics where you can read them online for free. You don't have to go buy the books. You got people who are doing a lot more YouTube since 2012. Who basically tell you about the book. So a lot of times you don't have to go buy the book. You just say, okay, hell, I'll just watch a video, learn about the book, get the gist of it. If I like the book, I'll buy it. I'll put it in my collection. If I'm a completist, I'll complete the run and put it in my collection, and I won't have to read the book, and I could say, hey, I already know about the book, or I can read it online for free, like it, buy the book, and then do it that way, or buy it digitally and read it on a tablet, So here we go. Let's get back to this. Archie 13 of Betty and Veronica, the second series after Archie Girls, Betty and Veronica. This series started in the late 80s. This is number 13. We have a Pep 175. Just love that. It looks like a really old cover, but it's really not. Here is 84, 105 of Life of Archie, 117 Life of Archie. I guess that's his parents, and everything. Life of Archie 106. I swear that girl right there is, I swear she's, from Josie and the Pussycats. She looks just like the girl, what you want to call her, Josie. That's it, Josie from Josie and the Pussycats. That's who I think that might be next to Veronica and everything. Then we have a Pep 191. We have a Pep 221. We have a Pep 228. Looks like Veronica's trying to build a puzzle there from her 70s look and everything. There's the old jalopy of Archie's. There's her butler. I can't remember his name right offhand, but yeah. Then there's Moose and Reggie, Betty, Veronica, Archie and Jughead there on a Pep 213. Here's a Pep 220 with Miss Grundy. There's another Pep to 55, you can tell the books are like 15 cents. I mean, they don't really run that high. I mean, anybody smart enough to know that some of these books, a very near mint copy of some of these from like anything before 69, where Archie was a big deal. I would say probably mid 70s, Archies have become more and more cheaper in price point. You find them in dollar bins, 50-cent bins. You find them in that, because the condition isn't very good. The condition is, good to very good to maybe fine, but they don't run very high. I mean, a fine book might cost you $3. A very good book might cost you $1 something, and a good book might cost you $1. Might be $1. So you might get a good conditioned book in the dollar range, $1 to $2 range. You might get a $3 book for a very good, and you might get it might jump up to like $5 for a fine, very fine might jump up to $8, and you might get a $10 book. So most of these books are between the $9 range and dollar bin, 50-cent bin books. So not very high. 233. Here we have another Pep. We have another Betty and Veronica number 14. And lastly, we have here an Archie Girls Betty and Veronica from 1974, them bowling. Which I always love these bowling covers. For whatever reason, I have a thing for the Archie bowling covers for some reason. I don't know why it is. I need to one day just do a top 10 favorite Archie covers one day, once I get them all organized and everything by series and everything put away in the 12 short boxes I'm going to be having eventually filled with 12 short boxes. So roughly 1,800 books eventually will be the collection. I'm close to, not counting, if you don't count the digest, I'm probably close to about 1,000 books. And if you count the digest, I'm over 1,000, maybe about 1,010. One day I'll probably do a count on how many actual Archie books I have, and I'll probably do it here on YouTube and that. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed these Archie books and everything. I know somebody wrote up here on the book. Would have been cool if they didn't, but, what can you do? That's what kids did back then. They wrote on these things. They were their parents' books, and they gave them to their kids in the 80s, and their kids looked at them and everything. But for a book that's from 1974, which is basically 44 years old, it sure holds up pretty good. And the older Archie stuff, probably, I would say, probably ended in 15, the older Archie stuff. So they've been going from 15 till now by about 3 years of the new stuff. So on and off. But I still like the older stuff better. But I do collect a few of the newer things like the Betty and Veronica Vixens and the Betty and Veronica and the Vampironica, the vampire book. I don't know when that's even coming back out. Sometimes they run a series and then they'll hiatus it for a couple of months, and then you'll get a book, all of a sudden an issue will show up and you're like, oh, I thought that book ended, or I thought that book was done. And you never know, because they don't put them in the solicitations all the single time. So you just have to wait until your shop gets the solicitation, because they may not even be out. They may not even have, right now I think they have the Vixens up to issue 10 in my app. I think they are up to issue 9 now. They just came out with 9. I just picked up 8. There's a couple I probably got them somewhere. If I don't, I have to pick them up. And then I have to finish that out. But I'm one of those guys that likes to complete that. Or what I really do is I pick a spot in the series and I go from that point forward, where I can afford to go that far forward. You know, if I can get them for $1, get them for 50 cents, get them for $2, $3, sometimes maybe $5 I'll pay. I think the most I paid for an Archie book was a couple graded ones, but other than that, that's about it. But I'll let you guys go. And this is Mr. Gretzky signing off. Talk to you guys later. Bye.